we will move on to a practical session, but first, for our listeners, maybe they want to know what's going on more. There's further reading and resources available, which is like one guide to recirculation aquaculture. It's been done in 2015. Maybe there's a newer version. It's done by Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. It's a beautiful, very beautiful guide. If you're new into RAS, you can have it download. It's free to access and read it. And there's also a European price report, also by FAO, which I mentioned earlier. The market trends, numbers, how they sell, how much they sell, for what price they sell. If you are interested, go on with it. And there's also the AFA, the Irish Association I mentioned earlier. There's a paper published, a research paper. They want to, and there's potential calculations about the business side and also other things like the components of RAS, their sizes, etc. All in RAS. And there's another economic analysis of land-based farming of salmon, which is a very new paper. There's like a CTC tech paper. There's financial reports of another salmon from Norway, I suppose. And also from the Rabobank, it's like a basic market trends and prices evaluation. And there is another paper of influencer for those are the sources I used to compile this presentation. So you may want to look into them for more information, or you can contact me or through the GFCM or directly to my email for any further questions. And if it's okay, now we will move on to sheets of Excel. I have compiled an Excel file with a periodical production cycle. So the first page, this what you're seeing on the screen, is called the dashboard. So in some Excel files, by the way, this is an Excel, but there are softwares out there, or cheaper or expensive products, other things, and consulting firms are also be able to do that for you. But I come up with this on my own, so maybe you can do better. And the style, the design is actually a basic P&L table. It's a profit and loss table, which is available freely on Office sheets. Anyway. So here we have like a cycle. We have our expenses on the left, and we have our incomes, and we have a fancy income expense graph showing our margin, profit margin. And we have another sheet, which is like actually the main area where we put our data to calculate the RAS. You know, the price of a fry, how much we bought it for, and the feed, and the manager salaries, other costs, and the tank size. It may change. I just pick some numbers to show how it is. And the FCR rate, it may vary from time to time. Also, you have to adjust the table according to your needs. But just want to show how it is. And there's like weights, stocking densities, and their size. I only go up till 400 gram, so you may go further. This is actually designed for Sibas and Sibram, so they are selling sizes usually over 400 gram or around 400 gram. And there are things like the temperature. When the temperature changes according to the manufacturer, the feed manufacturers gives you this information. They are doing some trials and coming up with results saying that like the feeding rate has to be or around this amount for this gram of fish at this temperature, and also there's like a loss rate and a mortality, daily mortality value, and there are losses, etc. But Of course, this is like, as you see, a sea cage, so there's like also like expected losses, but this can be considered as mortality in RAS system because of the not well managed system or something like that. There will be losses for sure. And there's like a production summary to see which months how much fish is started in the cage or in the RAS or in the other systems, and final counts, the mortality rate, the initial weight, the final weight, the weight gain, and your specific growth rate. And according to this amount of feed you have given, there's a FCR rate you have reached out. So this is your true FCR, the amount given of feed and the growth you gain. And this can be detailed in days according to your growth rates, and in months, day by day, like in different slides, or you can just compile it in one. And this way you will be able to see your business and how it goes, you know, if there's any problem in your forecast, because even if you are in May, you may see in February in the next year like how much of fish you will have, and you can modify this table and you know, add your other, if there's any stocking in it or there's any harvest, you can minus them and do more calculations. So this is just a basic version. They are more complicated, and there are also softwares available to do such stuff. And as just to show this, like right now, as you see, we have a margin of 1.3 million euro. And like say, if there's a small change in your buying price for a fry, let's say like double it, like half, it's like now €0.5, and your profit margins went down. So it's good to have something like this to calculate according to the market change. Let's say your feed, something happens and it drops, you know, like the gas lately, it's like going down all, and now it's, let's say it's 1.40, and you are making a little bit more profit even though your buying price is higher. There's also other calculations you may make, like your FCR rate will affect definitely if you change it, like let's say 1.2. So you see what happened, it's like 50 times more. It's amazing how FCR is affecting it. And let's say this is more or less what I would like to show to you today. And it's important to follow up your business with every step, with every decision you have made, and have a P&L table or a software or something else to see how your business is going and how it's going to be, you know, in the next few months or maybe next year. Up to you. So yeah, that'll be all for today. Thank you for your attention and your time. I hope you will enjoy it. You have enjoyed it.